Hello everyone, it is March 1st and I'm here to do an angel card reading for the month, and I've been guided to use Sylvia Browne's My Spiritual Reading Cards. There you go. It's been a while since I've used these cards, so kind of excited to get reconnected with them. We're having a lovely day here. It's melting outside and the sun is shining and it feels like spring is on its way. So lovely this time of year when the weather starts changing and you can feel summer moving in. So as usual, I'm going to pick 3 cards. Occasionally there's a 4th that I pull, but typically it's 3. Just to give a really general energy of what you can expect this month, and if you're working on anything specific, just to give you an idea of what will work best for you. Because of the way the sun and the moon and the planets are set up, if you haven't really done any studying of it, and I don't really know a whole lot, but I know energy, and I know some days I feel fabulous and other days I don't feel as good, and nothing's changed, still doing all the things I typically do from one day to the next. And along with astrology and numerology, that can really make a difference on how you feel day to day. So a lot of these readings that I do and other people do have a lot to do with connecting into that general energy that is going to take place over the next month. And so there are some days that are better for you to be getting your hair cut, other days you really get a lot accomplished in the office, and then other days where you need to spend time with friends. And you might notice that energy day to day when you're sitting there and thinking, oh, I really need to call blah blah blah, or I just need to spend some alone time today. I just don't feel like spending time with people. Or you sit down at your desk and you get more done than you ever had before. So months are like that as well as are years. But the months, you want to try and set up things and plan things in your life that are going to be productive within that month. And so if the month is really about, the energy is about cleaning up loose ends, you don't want to be starting a lot of new projects because you're not going to be able to finish them. You're better to look at all the little bits and pieces and kind of deal with that. So that's the reason I do these angel card readings, is really to give you a better idea of what can be accomplished in the next month, how that'll work in with you and what you're doing. I usually give a bit of guidance on what the cards are feeling, so you know if you should start something new, or you should move out of something old, or it's time to spend time with yourself. And so really that's what all these readings are about, is to give you a better idea of how to tap into that energy that is going to be running with this month. So the first card here says, regret over what you have done is useless and blocks your spirituality. So there's a picture of this card. There we go. And it's an empty bowl, which is interesting. A lot of pink and purple, so around heart chakra, heart healing. And I think all of us kind of get dragged into a place where we are carrying a bit of regret. I know the last week or so I've been dealing with guilt showing up randomly. And I know I'm not above everyone else. I've done lots of work, but I still get surprised when certain emotions come up that I think I've dealt with. But as we live each and every day, new stuff comes into our life. And so guilt and regret have a similar feel. So if there's anything that has really been weighing on your mind that you feel bad about, let it go. There's no point in hanging on to it. And I know I can say those words, and I know doing the actual process of letting go is not always the simplest thing. You really have to feel that letting go. So you have to be in a place of meditation, typically, a very quiet place within yourself, where you can go in and you can figure out what it is that is triggering those emotions, those repetitive emotions, or the taunting voice of your ego, whatever it is, and allow yourself to really see how you feel about that situation. And as you let go of regret, or let go of guilt in my case, you come to a place where you recognize love. You recognize that you're more than what has been rolling around in your mind. And you offer forgiveness to yourself and to others. And when you do that, you can feel this weight lift off your shoulders. And I mean, that's why we do the work we do, us light workers. We do the hands-on healing, we do the coaching to help shift you into that place where we really can help you let go of that stuff if you're struggling. Because not everybody has the tools to know how to get to that quiet place. Sometimes you need some assistance. So if you are one of those people and you're not quite there, look for help. Allow yourself to be guided to whoever you need to try and release some of these heavier emotions that are weighing us down and not allowing us to be as free and open and productive as we'd like to be. So the second card says, enjoy your life like a child does. Bring some of that childish playfulness back into your life. And this is a beautiful picture, and you'll see the third eye on this young girl is wide open. She's smelling a flower. And when we do allow that energy to lift off of us because we've given into forgiveness, and we've allowed love to come in and fill our hearts, and we raise our frequency, we do feel a bit more like a child. We feel like playing. We feel like having a party or calling our friends. Feel like going for a walk or exercising or just reading a book. You start giving more to yourself when you start allowing more love into your heart and forgiveness. So I ask you to work towards this childlikeness, your inner child, playing, feeling free and silly. It's a great place to be. And you're healing when you can get to that place where you're joyful and fun again. So the third card is, life is never boring. It is a gift that contains many treasures. So for me, what's interesting about this card is you will see that it's somebody who's out in the desert. They're on their own. Typically you would look at this card and think of them as being lonely or deserted by themselves. But for me, if you look around them, do you see all those spirits, all those angels supporting them? And these are the beings that we can communicate with when we're at a place of absolute freedom within our being, when we've released all those negative emotions and we've brought more love into our heart and more carefreeness into our life. We can actually sit there and communicate and converse with our spirit guides and angels and really know we're on the right path. And there's something to be said about moving your frequency up to the level where you are one with them. Just like in this picture, you can see where this man or woman is one with all her guides. It's beautiful, actually. And so that is part of why we do our healing. We do it to feel better, but we do it so that we can communicate with the higher beings, and with the veil getting so much thinner, it's important that we know how to do that in a very healthy and safe way. And I know there's a lot of fear around it. I know I had the same type of fear. And I'm looking at setting up a workshop that is going to help people get to that place where the crown chakra is open wide enough to communicate, but you're still grounded enough to the earth, because that's the big part. You have to stay grounded while you're still open in order to stay on the earth plane and still communicate with the spiritual beings that are surrounding us. And so if that is something you're interested in attending, let me know, because I'm going to be setting something up probably for fall. I'm just working on information to put that workshop together. I'm also teaching this Sunday, March 8th. It's a 1-hour free workshop. You can get free tickets online on my Facebook page, or if you're part of my newsletter, or you just want to email me and you're in the Calgary area and you'd like free tickets, let me know. The workshop's running from 4:30 to 5:30 at the Carriage House. It's around healing boundaries, and it'll be very much on a metaphysical level, so we'll be going in and seeing what boundaries you're firm in and which boundaries you let people slip through. And it really brings a huge awareness to you so that you can start working towards healing those issues and becoming a healthier person. So a lot of times we carry the regret, we carry the guilt, because, and many other emotions, because our boundaries are not very firm in certain areas of our life, and we let people say things to us that affects us, or do things to us that affects us, or because we've been hurt so much, we become overpowering and we become more masculine in our energy, and it doesn't allow it to balance off with our feminine, loving energy. And so there's a lot of different things that take place, and we're all individuals who are here on earth just learning. So don't be too hard on yourself. Work on letting things go. Bring out that inner child and enjoy it as much as you can. And really work on raising your frequency so that you can communicate with your spirit guides and angels. But do remember to stay as grounded as possible. So I hope that helps. Like, this month just seems absolutely remarkable. If we can accomplish all that this month, we are well on our way to doing amazing and fabulous things. So I wish you all the luck, and any questions or concerns, by all means, you know how to get a hold of me. Tracy, Tracy, @healingpossibilities.com.